Hey, Gospel Guitarist here, and I thought I'd talk about picks today. And it's been a cool year for me for picks and exploring picks and my hands. Blah. Just about everything here, well, all of it except this guy here, which I had custom made online, all Dunlop. They're just different types of Dunlop, and if you notice, most of them are smaller picks. I still like the good old-fashioned hard plastic, ordinary, plastic fender picks and stuff. This is a little custom one I had made. I hand those out. My old standbys, the Dunlop Tortex pick. I like the orange ones most. It's not that I don't use the others, but mostly that one. And the ultimate standby is the USA Nylon 63, think up 60 millimeter. I love these on Les Pauls. I don't know why, don't ask. They just feel right on that particular guitar. I've always played these when I have Les Paul in my hand for some reason. Not that I don't use the others, but I don't know, it's weird. Have my favorites for different guitars and different reasons. I won't go into all that, we'll be here all day. The other friend of mine introduced me to the Ultex when they came out. Showed up at my gospel guitar night that we do every week, and he threw me one of these Dunlop Ultex. I'm really glad he did that because I love this. It's a great pick. This 73 gauge here. It's just firm enough to give a little bit, but it's got plenty of bite, and it just feels really nice. The Ultex stick to my skin. I have generally dry skin. I don't get all oily and everything. My hands almost pretty much never sweat, even under lights. So the Ultex sticks to me really well. The jury is out on these Gators. These guys, this is the 1.5 millimeter here, and I haven't quite figured out if I like them or not. They feel slippery to my hand, but yet they feel really cool, They're like little tiny, I don't know, gator bumps. I don't know what you call them, but and it just kind of rolls off of your strings. So I have a little bit of a tougher time with lead work with this because the pick just seems to want to let go, and I'm just kind of like not sure where I'm at with it. So the jury's out on that. Maybe I might try a couple other gauges on those. But the big thing for me is the little picks. And many years ago, I discovered the Jazz 2, and this, like the red Jazz 2s, and they're a little rounder on the area that hits the string than the Jazz 3s, which are a lot pointier, a lot more sharper attack. And thought I'd try out the Stubbies. These were my favorites for a very, very long time, was the Stubby, especially the purple one. I do have the red too. They're okay, but I don't like the little red one as much. The big red Stubby I do like for some things when I want that really sharp attack of a small Stubby, but I might be doing some rhythm work too. This was a favorite for a very long time. And this year I started to get into some new picks. The Tortex small ones here. For some reason, I really like the red one, the really thin red ones for 12-string acoustic stuff. It just has a nice sound, a nice slap to it. It's just a really nice feeling in your hand, especially when you got some faster rhythm to do. And I like the green ones a lot for electric guitar work and lead, just kind of noodling and messing around. And these are really, really almost like your Jazz 3s. They're shaped pretty much identical to a Jazz 3, but the material is just a little different. And so finally we come to my newest fave, and I just got these the other day. They're a combination basically of the Jazz 3 and the Ultex. I love the way this feels in my hand as far as size and pick attack, and I love the way this just overall response is of the Ultex. And Dunlop went ahead and made an Ultex Jazz 3, and I knew I would love these, and they're just great. I really just started using them like 2 days ago, and they really I get a good grip on these. I'm really favoring the smaller picks lately. You can pick so much more precise with small jazz style picks. And it's not like you have to be a jazz player. They're just small picks. To me, I call them mini picks. You know, I'm always telling me, you want a mini pick? So I try to turn people onto them because they really do help. And you talk to any of these really good fast lead players, which I'm not one of, they swear by these things, you know. And so for me, I've been getting more and more comfortable with the small picks, and now they're my number one go-to picks are one of these group up here. So if I'm playing acoustic guitar, it's usually one of these, depending on what I'm doing. So I'm not one of those guys, as you can tell, that'll say, well, yeah, jazz 3 picks, that's my pick, that's what I do. I think if that's where you're at, then try doing some exploration, because you're purposely cutting yourself short if you're not out there trying out picks and keeping them around and using different picks all the time. Don't get locked into one tone of one pick and one style and one everything. You know, the music world is huge and colorful, and you never know. Your playing can change between using this little red guy here and this red guy here, or this red guy here. They're all the same color, just for example, but you know, I'm going to play differently depending on which pick is in my hand. So you might know the material real well, but try it on your favorite songs and see what happens. Try them out on your lead solos and see what happens. And you're going to quickly gravitate in this direction, I think. So anyway, that's just real quick where I'm at with the pick selection this year. And if you haven't, I have another video out there on picks where I go more detailed with my ideas on picks. But anyway, for those of you in the UK, this is my plectrum selection. In the US, we just get picky. So thanks for watching. Please favorite it and subscribe if you haven't already for more upcoming guitar stuff in the future.